And now, a message from my best friend Dolov.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sports with Dolov.
He's talking shit about the game. He's got a weird fucking name. It's Sports with Dolov.
This week, we're going to be talking some fucking Miami Beach, baby! Yeah! We out here live in Miami, fucking Florida. Surfside, surfer, baby. We fucking doing a live Sports with Dolov with some homies on the road. It's going down. Fucking NFL season is coming back. We're pumped up. Yeah! Steelers, baby. We fucking gonna crush shit. No, we're not. It sucks, guys. We suck. We're not gonna be good, but it's okay. We got the fucking homies out here. We just went swimming. It's 10 o'clock at night after a work night, and we're fucking swimming in the beach. We don't give a fuck. Anyway, I fucking love you. Fuck you, Frasco. Fuck all your shit. You fucking suck. Lakers suck. LeBron suck. LeBron signing. You guys just did like the Kobe deal where fucking LeBron just giving him all the money and all the leverage. Y'all are gonna suck. Utah Jazz all day. Fuck you, bro.
It's Sports with Dolov.
Lakers suck.
Woo-hoo.
All right, clap. That was horrible. All right. And we're back. Andy Frasco's World Saving Podcast. I'm Andy Frasco. How's our heads? How's our minds? How is the alien species out here in Vermont? I am in Vermont, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, if I'm in Vermont, we have to bring the eye in the sky, Ryan Dempsey.
That's
of
me.
the human man-to-man relationship with the aliens. Ryan Dempsey, welcome to the show, buddy. He's back.
I'm back.
He's back for the alien episode.
Yes.
We're in Vermont. We might as well make an alien episode.
Number 2.
Where are we right now?
We are in Waterbury, Vermont.
What is that?
It's right next to the first Ben & Jerry's. The facility is literally half a mile down the road. The main Ben & Jerry's ice cream, part of Vermont's,
staple.
staple. Yeah.
Aliens and ice cream. Do you think aliens like ice cream?
No.
So you know who we have on the show today?
No.
Emanuela Rose. Supposedly, she's saying that she is dating an alien right now. What do you believe this shit?
Give me a little backstory.
When I interviewed her, I was because I found her online.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I got to interview her. This person seems very interesting to me. Because I'm very curious about how aliens have sex. But she says it's all in her brain.
Telepathically.
I'm like, I was asking her, just normal stuff. Like, does he enter you or does it enter you? And she's like, no, I come from my brain.
Yeah.
And also she was saying that when they go on dates, he morphs into shit. Like he can morph into like a bunch of rocks. Or like he can morph into a couple blankets.
Really?
Yeah.
Blankets?
Do you believe this stuff? What's going on?
Listen,
You've been abducted, and I need to get to the source of this shit.
Okay. They're not hiding it anymore. They've actually disclosed. It's all up to you now and the public to look into the facts of the topic. I mean, it's not a secret anymore. So they're there and they're like, here it is. The Pentagon's just announced too. Yeah, there are things defying laws of physics, little tic tacs that are going from 1 to 30,000 miles an hour in a second, which would kill somebody in a ship.
I'm talking about, would you fuck an alien? Would you fuck an alien? If an alien came on to you, start flirting with you, like,
I'm
what's
married,
up?
but yeah.
I know, if you're a free man.
If I was a free man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You'd fuck an alien?
Yeah.
Do you think that Blink-182 song, All the Small Things, is actually about an alien?
No, but I think the song Aliens Exist by Tom DeLonge on the same album is
What?
about aliens. Yeah, Tom DeLonge on the same album you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a song called Aliens Exist by Tom DeLonge, and it's about exactly what he's talking about. Listen,
Do you think we're aliens?
I think we're hybrids. part of our evolution. We've been seated on this planet. I think that we don't know, did the chicken or the egg come first? Why the fuck are we here?
Right.
We don't know that answer. Maybe that's the best part about being on this planet is that we don't know the answer, because if we knew the answers,
We'd be bored.
we'd be bored, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of like music. You know, you could always learn something.
Yeah. You're never going to know everything about music.
No.
Constantly to the end, you learn jazz, fusion, country. Everything's different. You're never going to be like, I know everything about music. We're always evolving. And
So do you think when aliens abduct people, like, it's not like aggressive? Why do all the movies make it feel like it's aggressive?
it is aggressive.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of people I know, it's ruined their lives.
Like who? You don't have to say names, but like what did the aliens do to these people?
You're taken from your bed. You're paralyzed. You can't move. And then you're brought onto a ship and they do experiments on you.
Okay, I want to tell you this. I was sleeping maybe a month ago, and it felt like I had sleep paralysis.
That's what it is. Yeah.
But it felt like this like really big energy, and I got sucked to the wall. And I don't know if it was sleeping or a dream or anything, but when I woke up, all the dogs were staring at something. And they were just staring scared, looking at the door. And it was literally, I don't know if I was dreaming, because I woke up and the dogs are just looking at this one thing over here. And I really felt like I was like, they were checking me out.
You couldn't move though.
I couldn't move.
You could open your eyes.
I don't know, because I don't remember opening my eyes.
So millions of people who have been abducted, what the common case is, you get sleep paralysis, right?
Right.
You can't move your body.
Put the
open your
microphone close
eyes,
to you.
And there's usually like a
Put the
presence.
microphone closer to you.
Oh, sorry. Usually a presence over you when you're in your bed and you can't move. And it's probably a technology they have that, like, you know, you're conscious, but you're not in control of your body.
Holy shit.
But if they were here to hurt you, then they wouldn't have returned you.
Right.
But for the people that I know who have gone through this experience, it's very traumatic. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're making money off of telling this story. It's like, honestly, like, it ruins their jobs. It ruins their lives. They don't want to tell the story,
No.
but they're also not going to like keep quiet about it because it happened to them.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people are in therapy because it's like, oh, there's a lot of therapists that have specifically devoted their lives to a particular area of abduction.
That's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about millions though. This is my
So do you think everyone who has sleep paralysis is getting abducted?
No.
Talk about it.
Possibly. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think they just like do a little check through, like, and then they put you back?
If my wife were here, she's outside somewhere. She had a
Let's find her.
we were on our honeymoon in Stowe, right down the road from here. And she couldn't move, and she woke me up and she said, I can't move. There's something happening outside. Please go outside. And we were up in the Stowe.
You said that? You were
she said
she was
that.
having sleep paralysis?
Yes. And she said, please go outside. And I got outside the tent, and there was a light above us. And she saw 2 4-foot tall beings. And I wish you were here to tell the story. And I was like, don't worry.
Text her. Get over here.
All right. We'll do that. Ask me another question, and
Hold on, no.
she can tell her story.
No, tell this part of the story.
So, yeah, we were in a tent, and she couldn't move, and she said she was scared, and she saw 2 4-foot tall beings, and I was able to move, and I got outside. I saw the light above us. I didn't see any entities, but I was like, it's okay. We're protected. Like, whatever, and she was scared to death. She'd never experienced it. I have experienced it, so I kind of like treat it like I'm not like too shocked about.
Yeah.
Even right now, if something were to happen, like I've seen so many things that don't shock me anymore. I'm just kind of.
Did you walk out of the tent like, aliens, we come in peace. Leave my wife alone.
No, I just wanted to get back to sleep. I'm like, it's okay. This happens all the
Was
time.
she crying? Was she scared shitless?
Let's get her out here.
get her. Where is she? Tell her to come over here. Go grab her.
All
Go
right.
grab her. This is wild.
Yeah. We'll see if she picks up. But I would love for. Hey, will you come to the?
Come to the podcast room. I want to ask you something. This is wild.
Yeah, I'd love for her to explain her story.
But even your tour manager said she saw a big old ship.
Oh yeah, he and his brother, Danny Travis.
She's coming.
Yeah, my
Danny.
tour manager and
Yeah.
his brother Kyle.
In Vermont.
Yeah, at Bristol. They had just gotten back from a tour, and it was February, like freezing. And they were walking to the gas station, and this huge triangular craft, as big as a football field, went over their head, completely silent. And they took pictures of it, and it went into the mountain.
They took pictures of it?
Yeah, there's pictures and everything. And they called me. They were freaking out. I mean, hold on. Here's Alex.
We got Alex Dempsey here. Hey, what a great. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Alex.
Come on
sit
in.
down.
Come sit down.
We're talking about our Stowe experience of you having paralysis.
Oh, when I almost got abducted.
Yeah.
Will
Oh
you
my
tell me
gosh,
about
it was
this?
so scary.
Tell me about this.
Yeah, so it was like 2 days after our wedding. So we
Uh-huh.
got married on a Saturday. And then Sunday, I think it was, we went to camp at Underhill, which is like one of the mountains.
Uh-huh.
Like they have the campground on the opposite side of Stowe, Mount Mansfield. And I think it was either Sunday night or Monday night. In the middle of the night, we were the only people there. We weren't even camped at like a real campground spot yet because we got there so late. And we were just camped in the back of our truck, and it was like stadium lights over us. It was like so bright.
No way.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is real?
And then we had like the door of our tent open. So like, you know, when it's like
Yeah.
just a screen, and I could see, I thought it was only one alien, but it was like running around in circles around our truck. And then Ryan, I couldn't move. I was like paralyzed, and I was like,
That's what happened to me. I was like
thinking
having
in
paralysis.
my mind, like, okay, you have to just kick Ryan. Like, just try to kick him and wake him up. And I did, and he went out there. And I don't know, I guess you scared them away or something, but they went away.
Use the mic.
Sorry. Yeah, there was a huge light. But again, I was very calm about it and just,
You're like, been
I'm
here,
like,
done that.
we're protected. I don't know.
Were you scared?
Yes, I was very scared.
Yeah, like what happened? Like what were
They
you
were, like-
crying or
No, I couldn't move. I was and then I finally like was able to kick him, and he got up. But like,
what the fuck is
Think about,
happening in
like,
Vermont?
think about like a pickup truck, right? So we're in the truck, so I could only see like from here up on their heads. So they were like little, like they probably were 4 feet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Black eyes.
Yeah. It was like the alien emoji, but gray.
It was gray.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going here. So
That's
then
really
okay,
it.
then have you seen an alien since then?
No.
Have,
That was the only time I've ever seen like the actual being, but I've seen UFOs
where?
otherwise. The first time I saw one was outside of my dance recital in Queens when I
in
was
New
like,
York?
Yeah.
In the city?
when I was, I think I was like 6 or 7, and you can ask my dad.
The city of Hard Knocks? You found some aliens at the Hard Knocks?
No, it was really a UFO outside my dance recital, and I was sitting in a tree.
What do you mean?
Like I used to climb trees when I was a kid.
Okay. Okay, we'll talk
and
about
I like
that.
looked up, and I was like, "What is that?" It was not a plane. It wasn't a star, and it just like shot away.
Was it looking at you or
No, it was just a UFO in the sky.
what about the Virgin Islands? What
Well,
happened?
we were in St. Thomas, and there was something coming out of the water,
Yeah.
like a light. Yeah, that was crazy.
No way.
Yeah.
What was going on? Say it in the microphone.
So yeah, we went down to St. Thomas and we were staying at my friend's like mansion. We were looking out at the ocean, and this light came from space and it just kind of sat there above the water, and then it shot into the water and then shot out and just kept going down, up and
You
down.
saw this?
Yeah.
Were you on drugs?
No. No, it was one of the I've seen 3 UFOs. That was
Do
one of the
all
most
the ships look the same? No?
No, there's some triangular crafts and there are circular.
Is that different
Discs.
species?
Yeah. So the discs are the grays. The triangular ones are probably our government
Uh-huh.
that they've back engineered. That's according to a lot of people
Ooh.
that have.
Spicy. That's pretty spicy.
Yeah, so if you see a triangular one, that's probably us. But the back in 1947 on, you got to wonder though. I mean, here's the point that we went from the light bulb in the
Right.
car, and then all of a sudden, right around 1947, when we developed a nuclear
Yeah.
device and learned how to split an atom to kill people,
They came.
they came
They're
down.
like,
The
whoa,
kids
whoa,
found
chill,
the
chill, chill.
matches. And then all of a sudden, from that point on, you've developed an excess of technology, like over from us going from the candle to the light bulb. All of a sudden, we have fiber optics, computers, satellites.
Yeah.
Where do you think
Real
that came
quick.
from?
Aliens.
Back engineering
Wild.
crafts that have come here.
So she was saying, Emmanuel, the reason why we're talking about aliens is our guest, Emmanuel Rose, who's going to be on the show after this, says she's dating an alien. And they said that the aliens like basically moved this alien to Earth because that's punishment. So like they isolate aliens to Earth. Do you believe this shit? You believe it?
So
Yeah.
the theory of us being a prison planet,
Yeah.
I've heard that maybe we're supposed to be here to
Suffer.
evolve. Well, before we go on to the next phase, we need to learn how to love. We
Wow.
need to learn how to.
That's hot.
You could be here and like, oh, what am I going to do with my life? Like, rape animals, like,
Yeah.
or like kill people, or are you going to be like what you're doing and going out there every day on a Monday and saying, hey, everyone, let's get
Well-
our minds together to, we're happy to be alive and give people inspiration.
Do you
and
think
be
that's
loving.
why that's like the idea of heaven and hell? So like they get sucked up to go to heaven, like the apocalypse. What, I don't know much about Jesus, the story of Jesus, but like there's supposed to be a day where Jesus comes back and
The rapture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the same theory? Like, all right, this is the prison theory, and the people who evolved into love and happiness are gonna get.
Yeah.
So they're just aliens.
Well, listen, I'm religious.
This is spicy, and I like it. Vermont, y'all are lit out here, dude. You are lit out here in Vermont.
Let me give you my opinion on religion.
Okay.
And I was brought up in a cult of
Here,
religious.
take this
stuff.
microphone.
What I've over time realized, and you're Hebrew, right? And do you study the Torah?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, there's a lot of text in Exodus and Genesis and the first 5 books of the Bible that actually talk a lot about this. There was actually a book called the Book of Enoch, which was taken away from the Bible early on, that talk about angels, right? If you can believe in angels and demons, back then, that's all we could call them. We didn't know there were galaxies out there. We just knew that there was a sun and a moon that circled us. And now we know that we're like a blip in the universe, right? And if you can believe in angels and demons, let's call them extraterrestrials now. Give them kind of a tangible, name, something that's actually real. And the Book of Enoch talks about them protecting Earth. Their job is to protect this planet because it's a special place of resource, abundance of life, different, plants and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a beautiful
Species.
spot, species. And so I think that these things are here and they showed up more, they're more prevalent now because,
We're fucking ourselves. That's why. We're self-sabotaging this whole fucking system.
Also, I think we have
Exactly.
technology, so we're sharing more about it. So, like, there's more of an awareness because you're not telling the person on the corner and it's not getting farther than that. Like, now you're posting it on the internet. Like, when we were camping at Underhill, I posted it on Twitter and some guy reached out to me and was like, similar thing happened to me at that same spot in the 70s. And, like, he sent me, like, what's it called? MUFON? Whatever.
MUFON. The Mutual UFO Network.
Yeah, like you can go on there and you can like write about your experience, and it's like a log of every time somebody's had an experience with UFO or
Yeah.
seeing
So
a
everyone
being.
can get together and say, I saw the same thing, and everyone like
Yeah.
tells their different versions of the story. But the point is in the 1940s when we realized that in a click of a button you can blow you could literally I'm gonna blow up the whole world. One nuke goes off now, the whole world goes off. Is that a good one? I don't know what I'm.
Yeah, that was dramatic. That was a dramatic one. That's pretty wild. Okay, this is amazing. I love this. But while I have your wife here,
Yeah.
can you give her the mic?
Oh gosh.
What's it like married to Ryan Dempsey?
Um
What the fuck
I
is
signed
going
an
on
NDA.
at that?
No, it's an adventure.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fun.
Is he is sweet, right?
Yes.
He's a sweet
very
man.
sweet.
I know, I could see that in his eyes. He's a sweet guy.
He's very sweet.
what
We balance each other out well because I'm the planner and he's the spontaneous one. So
is that how you guys like met? Like, yeah, I got abducted. No shit, I got abducted.
no, we met because he said that Barbara Walters died, and I did not appreciate that because she did not die. In fact, she's still very much alive, and she is an icon.
What made you fall in love with Ryan Dempsey? No, this is not your podcast. This is Alex's podcast now.
What made me fall in love with you? I don't know. Just his personality, I guess. Yeah. He's very caring
I was
and funny.
I was asking Ryan if an alien said, "Hey, let's have a threesome." Would you guys do it?
Would it be a man alien or a woman
I don't
alien?
know. Do they
Do
have
aliens? Yeah, I don't know.
Do aliens have dicks and vaginas? Or is it all just mind fuck? It's like love.
I feel like Ryan would know.
I really don't think sex matters, and they don't have any reproductive organs. According to millions of people that talk about what they look like, they just are almost like dolls,
Wow.
almost like kind of robotic, half
Shit.
like biological. But they don't have. They have 4 fingers.
This
Like
is
a
wild.
puppet. They don't have any. They sometimes have a nose slit. Sometimes they don't. But
This is too wild.
I mean, this is. I would ask your whole audience to just look it up. Just research it. Don't take my word for it. It's all transparent.
No, but
it's all out there. You don't have to. And I'm talking about credible people. We're talking about people in the military, in the government, presidents. Now it's all out in the Pentagon. It's not just crazy
This is
Ryan
giving
telling
me a
you this
panic
anymore.
attack. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so we travel a lot, obviously, and anytime we're at a hotel, we always go to the hot tub, and you meet the most interesting people there. I can't tell you how many times we've met a pilot, and Ryan, of course, asks them, "Oh, can I ask you about UFOs?" And they look around, super shady, and they're like, "Okay, let me tell you about this one time," and they always tell him all these stories.
Like
So,
what? What was the craziest one you guys?
Just like while they're flying, and they see crafts like flying next to them. But what about
Fast?
the last one?
Because those planes are going fast.
Yeah, the last one we were in the hot tub, right, with the pilot, and he's like, I saw a Tic Tac, which is what the Pentagon is talking about, and it went from 0 to 60,000 miles an hour within a second. And he's like, as a pilot, you got to understand that any human being, if they were in that thing, would die. They
Explode.
would just turn to
Yeah.
goo.
Yeah.
Because of the G forces. So he's like, we don't have that kind of technology on this earth. It has to be from somewhere else. And that's when you start talking about gravity.
I love
And-
how the pilots are like looking back. Like they don't. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, and now they're allowed to talk about it. For a while, they would say, don't you'd have to sign an NDA, do not say anything. Now the Pentagon is saying, I want everyone to write. So the pilots are finally allowed to express and be completely free in their experiences. And
Has a UFO tried to like crash a plane?
no,
Like hit it by accident? Like
they-
what about an inexperienced UFOer?
Their
who doesn't know how to drive a
technology-
fucking
No.
60,000 mile per hour
their
craft.
their technology
There's a
is-
lot of shit going on here.
We're talking about thousands of years way above us.
All
They're
right.
they're not going to mess up. If they wanted to hurt us, I mean, in a second they could destroy this
Right.
planet. They don't want to do that, man. I really think for the most part that they want this place to continue on for years to come and not have us over dogma and over our stupid fucking dumb fights about religion and
Wow.
politics to hit the fucking button and then blow.
Oh, that's the moan one. That's sex moans.
Is that the sex moan?
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
Wait, which one's like a disastrous thing?
Yellow.
Like blow up the planet. You know?
Oh, man.
They don't want that.
Well-
I think this place it's a place of resource. We're supposed to evolve spiritually, figure out love, and
Yeah.
it's not like a Independence Day movie where they're coming and they're gonna like put a
Will
laser
Smith.
down.
Ah!
Yeah.
We coming for you, aliens! Ah! Okay, you said it all. Guys, thank you. Alex, thanks for putting up with this guy.
Yeah.
How many
thank
years you been with him now?
It'll be 5 years
Oh
that
my
we're
God.
married in September, but 7 years we've been together.
Wow, I'm going to clap for you. God bless your heart.
Clap for myself.
This episode sponsored by Repsy.com. Repsy, book your band on Repsy if you're independent venue owner, if you're a promoter, independent venue, a wedding planner. Sign up for Repsy.com. Get your bands for cheap, and they'll take care of you. Repsy is the best. And Dialed In Gummies. If you really want to see aliens, eat a couple edibles. And I wonder if they say like DMT. All right. Is this about to be in a wormhole? You got 2 minutes to talk about DMT. You got 2 minutes.
Okay, I've done
Aliens. You could see aliens through DMT.
Yeah.
Why?
This is what I'm so confused about. Like, I've taken acid and mushrooms, and
Right.
everyone has their own individual experience through that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people who take DMT, like Alex Gray draws the pictures, and everyone sees the same thing, which is so strange about that particular hallucinogenic is that
Wow.
you and me can go to that place
Mm-hmm.
and see the same. There's like guides. I have a tree guide which has a woman face on all sides. People see elves. I've never seen the elves.
Right.
I mean, but
Elves?
yeah, they talk. Yeah, Alex Gray talks about the little elves, and they're kind of like aliens. And I kind of feel like I've only done it once, but when I went there, they were like, "You can't stay here for long. You're not supposed to be here. But what do you want to see?" And I'm like, "Show me the stars." And like blasted off to another planet, and like I got to see like shapes that didn't exist and planets and lava and all this stuff. And then as soon as it's like 8 minutes of whatever, and then you're like jolted back into your body. So I had a shaman like had me like, "You're still here. You're not dead." Because you feel like you're dead.
Yeah.
You're not like in your body. You don't have arms and legs. You're outside yourself. But what's really cool about it is that a lot of people see the same things
Oh my God.
in that experience. I don't know if you.
This is giving me a panic attack. I don't like this. Also, you fell in love with this crazy ass.
So did you.
Yes, true. Yeah, I am the side chick. All right, so while you're here, Alex, do you get offended when I kiss him on the mouth?
Not necessarily, as long as you keep your shirts on.
Okay,
Because
okay.
that was kind of weird. With like the bunny ears.
Yeah.
And stuff. I was like, things
All
are
right.
getting weird over there.
All right. Well, you said it all. Lovebirds, thank you for sharing your space with me. I love you guys. I love that you make Ryan so happy. I can really feel it. So, and just remember, I have Tuesdays. Okay, leave me.
Well,
Leave
today's
me.
not Tuesday.
Oh, that's true. Fuck. All right, we'll let you go. You lovers go. I can't wait to see your house tonight. I can't wait. All
Yeah,
the ducks and
sleepover
animals.
party.
Yeah. You could lock the door though. I won't come in there. I promise. Even though I want to see what's going on in there, what's happening. I'm just kidding. All right, guys, enjoy Emanuela Rose, and hear her story about her dating an alien. It's fascinating as fuck. Two lovers on each side of the podcast. We got the Dempseys and we got the alien and Emanuela Rose. It is a love fest of alien fest out here. Enjoy it. All right, let's go play a show. All right. All right, and we're back. Andy Frasco's World Saving Podcast. I'm Andy Frasco. How's our heads? How's our minds? Are we staying out of trouble? Are we not letting the universe fuck our mentality of staying happy? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing here. And speaking of that, we have a very special guest. Actually, we have Emanuela Rose, and she has an amazing story, and I can't wait to go through it. Emanuela, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Hi, everyone.
So, you blew up on the internet. Everywhere I see you and your dating life with aliens. And we need to... You need to explain this to me because I'm so confused because I hear different versions of this and I just had to get to the source and hear what is going on. So what is going on?
What is going on? That is such a good question. It's just to be clear, I'm not like serial dating aliens. It's not many aliens. It's one alien, one special one.
Okay.
But yeah, I am dating an alien from space, and it all started with Tinder.
Uh-huh.
What can I say? Not sponsored, but it all started with Tinder, and unfortunately, no offense, and hashtag not all men, but so many men are trash. So many.
I gotta agree with. I'll clap to that. Men are trash. Let's go. So, how did you know it was an alien when you're picking out the man you wanted to be with from Tinder?
Oh, it wasn't on Tinder. So I was just, doing the apps. I was serial dating first men, and it was just trash. They were all so trash. And I started, joking with my friends saying, you know what? I think it would be more fun to be abducted by aliens than to do another date with a man. And the aliens, because they listen apparently they were like listening telepathically to what was happening on Earth. And they saw my Instagram where I post my jokes, and they're like, she's funny. Let's abduct her. And they did. And that's how we met.
Okay, so you got abducted. Do you remember the day? Do you remember the time? Give me all that information.
Yeah, it was like the 24th of June, I think. Last year, 21. That was the year of the abduction. And it's exactly a year. And yeah, it was just a beautiful June evening. I was, getting ready for bed in my night clothes, and they abducted me. And yeah, we started talking, and one thing led to another. He asked me out.
Okay, this is beautiful. Okay, so first things first. What was the first? Were you scared when you first got abducted? Did you know what was going on? Did you feel like it was a dream? Let's talk about that first.
Yeah, I knew I was getting abducted. It was like a beam of light coming through the window in my bedroom. So I had that thought, like in the moment, I was like, oh, damn, I'm getting abducted. And then I was thinking, oh, it's probably like a dream or something. I don't know. Right. But then when it happened, like they explained to me the whole like thing. So they literally beamed me up onto the spaceship. And when I got there, they were communicating because it was like him and his buddies, his crew. It's a small spaceship, not to be snobby or anything, but he does have a small spaceship. So and he's working on that. He told me he was like a captain. I think he's probably like, I don't know, like high up. I'm not sure if he really is a captain, but anyway, he does have a small spaceship. So there you go. And a little crew. So him and his crew were like, whatever, joking around. And yeah, they like told me telepathically that they circulate the Earth. They're like the gray aliens we see, but they're not here, obviously, to really abduct us. They don't actually do abductions. That was just like a joke thing they did. It's just like, they're here for peace and love, and they're just here because they're scared of what we're doing. They're just monitoring what we're up to.
Yeah, and I've heard that. Are there different? Did they explain to you that there are different types of aliens on this country or in this world?
Yeah, they haven't told me that much about other aliens because there's some things it's better for me not to know,
Right.
you know. But they just, they did kind of imply it, I guess. But they did, like, as far as they're concerned, but like their crews and stuff, nobody comes, like nobody wants to be here. They get sent here because they did something dumb, usually because he's like, he's a bit of a prankster, on his planet. He's a bit like me, controversial. So they were here for punishment. That's why they were watching my Instagram, because they were, bored and it was like a bad day in alien land.
So what?
So yeah, they just don't want to have anything to do with us because we're so violent.
I know. Why do you, what have you learned from hanging out with aliens that you can help us with civilization, community, society? What have they taught you how we can grow as a civilization?
Just stop the violence, like really stop the violence, because we're like, not only like, okay, it's one thing we're hurting our own species, but like we have a reputation. Like nobody, like people think, we all think we're so like centered on ourselves. We have this like narcissistic view of the universe. Like people are coming here nobody wants to abduct us. Nobody wants us, like they laugh at Bezos, like, and no offense to him, but like they laugh at us, like for people like Bezos going up into space. They're like, you people have so many problems down here. And like, why are you doing this? You're clogging up the traffic. And in the universe, and they're like, Bezos and like all these people are such Sunday drivers, what they're doing, like stay, downstairs. So, I would just say, like, just, I think we should just fix a few problems here, because like we're embarrassing ourselves outside. We don't even know how embarrassing we are.
Right. It's so wild. Yeah, I agree with that. So what did the aliens see in you that, if they have the stereotype of, humans on the planet, and all of a sudden you're the one they pick, what did he see in you on your first date that you guys were all like, let's fucking get this going?
Yeah, this is a lot about me and him probably. I think they liked that I think they liked the sarcasm, even though they don't quite understand what it is, because it's like a human thing. They kind of got that it was like, I think they got that whatever I was doing was a burn on Earthmen, and they thought that was funny.
Do they get mad that you're publicizing this relationship with an alien?
No, they don't, because I mean, what are you gonna do? Like talk about them on alien YouTube? Like, no, it doesn't really affect them, but it does. It is like something that I just talk to him about, like my boyfriend, because going forward, maybe we're gonna have alien children, and we'd like to start like a charity or an alliance that promotes interspecies dating, because that is the future.
Yeah,
I think the future is going to be interspecies dating, and people dating robots and artificial intelligence.
Yeah,
and especially women.
Yeah,
I think men are going to die out, but like I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'm just saying like it might happen, because it might. I think Earthmen might become obsolete, but that's a different story. Yeah, no offense. Like
no, it's fine. I mean, what about like the good Earthmen? They're just going to kill all the Earthmen, right?
No, I mean no one's going to kill them. It's just going to be surplus to requirements.
Yeah,
or like, yeah, from a point of view of evolution and stuff.
Yeah, and I actually kind of agree with that, especially with like what's going on with we're not reproducing as much as we used to and stuff. So it totally makes sense. Do you mind if we get personal now?
Sure.
Okay, so what is sex like with an alien?
It's like, I mean, once you go alien, you really will forget Earthmen to feel. Like, it is amazing. It's like a million times, and I can't even describe it. It's like, I mean, aliens know where all the right places are. You know what I mean? And it's not even, he can't touch me like with his body, because he is like radiation and light. So he would kill me if he did that. And the sex is so powerful. If we went all the way, that would also kill me. So we can't even go all the way.
I was curious. Like, what does alien cum look like? Like, what is it?
It's telepathic, so it's just like in your mind. Like it's in your mind, but you feel it on your body, but it's not like a physical thing. It's not a physical emanation of the body, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So the cum is like it's telepathic. It's not invisible, and you feel it, and like you imagine it in your mind, but it's not something that you can see. It's something you can feel.
Does he come in you?
Sure, if I want him to.
Oh, so you could control this relationship. Like,
yeah, I tell him, yeah, in complete control, because aliens have like a different like view of sex. Like they don't have sex the way we do. He doesn't even have a gender.
Right.
He's just like morphing himself into something that I find attractive based on, you know, my primitive morals and whatever, like my Freudian preferences on Earth. Aliens are genderless.
Right.
They just like, and it's just like, because I like guys, so like he's a boy, but if I like girls, he would be a girl.
Oh,
and he, you know, morphs himself telepathically. For them, like pleasure and like sexuality is telepathic. So they just like, they have surpassed touch, like the physical part of things. It's all like, you know, third eye stuff and whatever like equivalent is on Earth, you know?
So you don't use like any toys, any nothing. You just, it's all in your mind. So this, I'm just trying to understand this, how, so like, does he like turn you around different positions? Like, I'm like, what's going on here, you know? But if it's all in your mind, that makes sense. So it's all mental.
No, it's not all in my mind. It's like trans mind, I guess, because it's telepathic. So it's like transmission from one mind to another.
Yeah.
It's not just in my mind. It's like it's his mind telling my mind what it feels like. And then I do feel it physically. So it is physical. It's just not induced by physical touch. It's induced by the touch of the mind.
Yeah.
And yeah, he can like turn me around. We do whatever I want. He does whatever I want. He's the perfect boyfriend. He also doesn't speak because, like, you know, aliens communicate telepathically. I recommend an alien boyfriend.
God, I'm going to clap up to that. Anyone who doesn't speak in a relationship, let's go. Let's go. What are dates like? Like, you have a boyfriend. Does he come into your world and you guys have dinner, or like, how's that work?
Yeah, we do. We go to the movies and stuff, but then he takes on like a human form, because obviously if he came as a gray alien, people would be like, what is that gray alien? So he keeps it low key. He takes on a human form. We go to the movies and stuff, but I don't really publicize it because I don't want, you know, FBI, etc. I don't want these people getting a hold of him, Men in Black. I don't want him to get experimented on. So.
Yeah. Is that a fear of his?
It's a fear of mine. He says it's not like a real thing, but I just don't know. I don't know. And like the aliens, like there's rumors in the alien community, you know, because there's like those aliens that hover around the Earth and kind of are monitoring us. There's rumors about it. No, it's kind of like, you know, Area 51 is like an area of mystery for us. It's the same for them, because like, you know, the spaceships that disappear, it's like Bermuda Triangle for them. Like, well, some aliens do disappear, but they don't really know what happened.
Right.
And there's like rumors about Area 51 for sure. So I would not take the risk.
What about pregnancy?
Yeah. Telepathic.
So like, are you afraid to get pregnant?
Well, I am afraid to get pregnant in Earth terms, but like, because alien pregnancy is telepathic, that changes the game for me a little bit.
Well, explain that if you don't mind. Sorry, I'm confused about that.
So because it's a telepathic pregnancy, so even though the baby like occurs or grows in my body, it's like, because it's not a physical form, it's not going to affect my body. So it's not going to potentially kill me or, you know, cause like disease in my body, et cetera, et cetera. So it's also going to materialize out of me telepathically. So it's, you know, it's like an out of body experience all the way.
Oh, so you don't even grow the baby in your body.
I do, but like, it's like a different dimension. My body in a different dimension maybe is like a better.
Oh, like kind of like quantum physics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, that's so fascinating. What are things you don't like about him?
I like everything about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like just a little green alien. I like that. It's my like, you know, all my ex-boyfriends kind of look like him as well, which is very very sad. But yeah, like he's just my little gray alien, you know, like he's kind of this tall, you know, like it's like
Well,
a
like
good,
4 feet.
you know, just like yeah, just up to my cleave. It's like it's good. He doesn't talk, you know, he doesn't have like earth desires, so he doesn't lie, he doesn't cheat. Aliens don't know how to lie. They don't understand, like they know what it is because they study us, but they don't understand why people would lie because you're so like it's just like a different level of consciousness they're in. So they don't know how to lie. They don't know how to cheat. It's like against their nature. It's not because it's like a morality for them. They just don't see the point.
Yeah.
So he's just my little gray alien. What can I say? It's true love.
Do aliens have jobs?
Yeah, like it's a little bit different to us. It's like the jobs they have, they don't do for profit because they don't have capitalism. So it's more like, I guess the closest thing to it that I could describe is Plato's Republic. So it's like this, like, you know, they live in this ideal state where their society is divided into different groups of people, not classes, but groups. So and it's like based on your, you know, natural talents, you know, from also a little bit like Marxist communism, you know, from one according to his need, from one according to his ability to one according to his need. So they like, you know, every alien has a little talent and they all contribute with their own little talent and society grows and they distribute everything equally.
That's beautiful.
There's no money. Like they don't have money. They don't have anything like that. They're always perplexed. That's why they're scared of us because we're like, they think we're insane.
Yeah.
They've never seen anything like this.
Do you think capitalism ruins society?
Well, that's what they think.
Why?
Well, because they see this again, like not to shame Jeff Bezos for being like a trillionaire, but I'm gonna shame him for going into space. Like, what are we doing? Like they see this and like there's people starving on Earth. Your Earth is dying, and there's a little man in a spaceship going from like your place to our place, doing his little thing. You know?
Yeah.
Capitalism's not working. Like, I mean, it's not even that it's not working. It's just like they don't understand why it's like why we let ourselves. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Right.
Because we have the resources. We have the potential to evolve like them. So we have the potential to have a telepathy-based society in several decades if we keep evolving, like, you know, in an ethical, community-based way. But we're not doing that. We're like stopping our own progress by focusing on hurt and pain and death and, you know, competition and things like that.
That's so fascinating. Like, have their alien community try to approach these billionaires and say, "Hey, what the fuck you doing?" Or they just don't listen?
Yeah, you know, I don't want to like say too much about it. I think maybe quite possibly I wouldn't be, you know, there's some things I'm not allowed to say yet when it comes to the aliens, but it's not even so much just about approaching, like, you know, the billionaire community. It's just to them, it's a symptom that they're seeing, you know. It's not like, that's what I mean. Like Jeff Bezos, one little man, he's not going to change the world, really. Even though he has so much money, he could do a lot. He's not going to change the entire system. That is the issue for the aliens, just concerned about human nature.
Right.
And which part of ourselves is going to win out in the end. Because right now it's not the good side.
I know. And, you know, it's like, that's why we need people like you on talking about this to realize, because everyone has this bad rep about aliens, but I feel like they're actually good people. They're actually trying to help us be better society.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing, like people, like that's the thing about us. We think everyone is the enemy. And it's also, you know, the kind of narrative we have about our own social structure and militarism. Like everything is about war and threat, but like for them, their social narrative is everything is about love and kindness.
Right.
So they don't couch everything in this kind of a way. And even though they have the technology, like all those fears people have are true. They do have the technology they could wipe us out off of the planet in 1 second.
I know.
He could, you know, my alien boyfriend, like he could kill me. He could do whatever he wanted to. He could mind control me, but he doesn't. Even with the telepathic communication, he doesn't send me telepathic communication until I allow it. Like, he asks my consent every time, because it's considered rude and intrusive to send someone thoughts and read their thoughts without their consent.
That's God. I'm gonna clap. Yeah. Your boyfriend is the shit, dude. Let's go. I need more friends like this. What did your boyfriend dating this alien? Has that made you? I don't know too much about you, but like Americans, we always for surely Americans always date. We always think of the superficial stuff. We think of the hotness. We think of everything else, how much money they have. Has this relationship changed your perspective on love?
No, not really. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I was always looking for love in my soulmate. That's the thing. I was always looking for my soulmate.
Yeah.
So I don't care about looks, and I don't care about, like material things and stuff. Although I do draw the line at a ring. He needs to get me a ring if he wants to get married to me.
Yeah, I'm curious that. Like, what is their considered a ring? Because they don't care about diamonds and all that shit. So, like, what? No,
he doesn't know what it is.
So what?
He got me some pebbles from the beach.
Really?
I was like, yeah, give me a big rock, and I was like, some rocks. Yeah, so I was like, no, that's not what I mean. So he's doing the research now with his buddies on the UFO. They're like, what is a big rock? How many days has to figure it out.
How many days a week do you talk to him?
All the time, every day.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, every day.
This sounds like the perfect relationship.
It is. It is a perfect relationship, and unfortunately, it took someone from space to make this happen.
Well. Love is that's the thing, Love is a waiting game. I hate to say my lyric, but that's one of my songs. Let's go. Love is a waiting game. I got 2 more questions. I'll let you go. By the way, this is so fascinating. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Why did he get in trouble, and why did he come to Earth? What did he do?
Oh, he just I can't say, because it's like what it was like. It was a prank. It was a prank.
Really?
He pranked someone more senior than him, and their little alien, whatever fleet military, and he got into a lot of trouble, and he got sent to Earth.
Oh my God! Is he lonely out there? It feels like that's such a isolation, exile. Like, it feels like loneliness would kill someone like that.
No, they look at the, they watch, who they love? They love Mr. Bean.
Oh, hell yeah. Really?
Yeah, they watch all the Earth stuff when they're here, because they get the transmission. So they watch all the old comedy stuff, they love, they just love all that kind of stuff.
What do they love about Mr. Bean?
Because he's because he is one of them. I think that was the premise of Mr. Bean, is that he was actually an alien. And I think he might be, but they didn't tell me exactly. But they were like, we watch it because it's funny to us. Because I guess it's universal humor. I don't know. They like it. They just like it. They like him. I think he reminds them of themselves.
That's beautiful. God, this is so fascinating to me. Do you what about double dates? Can you go on double dates?
Yeah, of course.
So you hook up one of your friends, one of his alien friends, you all just do a thing, or what?
Well, so far we've not been able to do a lot of matchmaking. We're kind of just living our lives. We try and stay in our lane. We don't want to start any drama. Then how it is. Your friend starts dating an alien from space. Then some alien painted whore gets involved. Someone's wife. I don't know what goes on these other planets. So I just don't want to. I don't get anyone into a pickle. Yeah. I want to lose friends over dating, some of these boys. I mean, my alien is nice, but you do get a few players out there,
they're just spraying alien cum everywhere around this country.
They're planet hopping, one planet to another. You don't know where that boy's been. So there's some his buddies are nice, but they're there's a reason they came to Earth. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just maybe. When dating aliens, I would just say, vet them just like you would any other boy. or girl, anyone in between. Vet them a little bit, make sure they're not, sure.
They're not little fuck boys or nothing.
Yeah, because they're fuck boys.
Well, so God, this is so fascinating. What about STDs? Can there be STD alien cum? That's what I'm trying to ask.
STD alien cum, really? No, because it's because they've evolved past that. They don't.
Right.
This is like a very kind of basic Earth concern, and they probably, and the thing is about Earth is we probably wouldn't have STDs if we just stopped doing war on each other all the time and focused on nice things and peace things, and we'd probably eradicate all diseases by now anyway. But we're not focusing on that. We're cloning animals and making hybrid mutant animals and stuff.
Do aliens have like a lifespan?
Yeah, actually, this is one thing he's been a little bit hazy with me on. I think he doesn't want to intimidate me. They do have something of a lifespan, but it's really, really long. To us, it's probably like almost seems like they almost live to eternity kind of thing. He's kind of young, and in alien terms, like the older you are, like the more clout you have. So he told me he was like 900 something. But I suspect he's like only maybe 700 something, but whatever. Like he's just trying to impress me.
Yeah. God, you just love mature men. I love it.
Yeah. No, but like in alien terms, he's just a baby. Like he's like barely just like a young, man of promise. So
does that scare him that eventually you'll pass away and he'll have to live with that?
Live with my remains. Well, I mean, when I pass away, I will turn into like just like him, and then it will be probably even easier for us to be together.
Oh, that's actually something pretty fascinating. So when he thinks when you die, you just turn into light, and then you just go into the atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be like, because like the aliens are love and light, so they're kind of disembodied, but they take on these forms. Like when they come to Earth, they have to take on like a form that allows them to function in our atmosphere. And also not to scare people, because it's like, in the Old Testament when like angels appear before people, and they say like the first thing they say is be not afraid, because they look like kind of insane because it's like light and like they seem to be monstrous. So it's kind of like that's the form aliens have like originally. So it's just like kind of overwhelming lights and overwhelming like it's an overwhelming experience to us, but to them it's normal. So then when I become love and light, he's going to be able to kind of interact with me on his level more, rather than trying to like make himself smaller and more digestible to my human eyes right now.
What have you ever been on a date with him and he turned into the form of a rock or a couple cups? Like you're like, oh God, yo, chill out here. We're going on a date. You can't be a cup,
No, but I'm gonna ask him to. That's so funny.
That'd be hot. This is my boyfriend, but like all he found was like 20 rocks to morph into.
Well, maybe when we have our first lover stuff or something, we're gonna he's gonna be mad at me. He's gonna turn into a rock or something.
I love it.
Well,
Emanuela,
sweetheart.
This is
also. By the way, I just wanted to say, because that might be interesting to you. He and I, we're going to be going on a tour of the Earth. So we're going to be traveling around the world starting this year. I'm going to taking him on travels around the world to show him the world, the human world.
What does he want to see the most?
Well, he wants to go to Greece because he wants to see what the toga thing was about. And doesn't want to go to Area 51. And other than that, he's like, open-minded. He just wants to see people, and he wants to find out, what people are up to in terms of love, how humans live and how like it changes country to country. So I'm going to show him and the aliens what that's all about.
Well, who's paying for this? Are you paying for this? This sounds expensive.
We're just going ourselves. Well, I mean, we'll take a sponsorship if someone's listening out there. If somebody wants to sponsor us.
Let's go. I'll do it. World Saving Podcast is sponsoring the Alien Tour. This is fascinating. Emanuela, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. Do people think you're crazy?
Interestingly enough, yeah, obviously a little bit, but like I think the reaction tends to be more on the stronger side with regards to me dating an alien.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are triggered that I'm dating an alien and it annoys them, and they say things like, "Well, pick me. I'll show you what a real man is," and stuff like that. It's amazing when you tell men you don't want them; they want to show you that they're worthy.
Does your boyfriend could just see you just talking to these men? Does he get jealous when these dudes try to like get at you?
Oh, no, he knows his powers. He knows how powerful he is. He doesn't have to be jealous of Earthmen.
What about the dick size? I need to know this. Do they have dongs? How big are these dongs?
Well, they don't like obviously love and light, so they don't have like necessarily, phallic shapes. But for me, he takes one on and it's like it's as big as I want it to be.
That is so epic. God, this sounds like the perfect relationship. You could just like tell him like, I want, perfect cut penis, or I want it great lips. Like this is what the fuck, Bo. Yeah. I need to start dating an alien. Do they got hot alien girls? They got alien girls?
Yeah, I mean, I can ask around. You need to tell me where your thing is and stuff. And okay. I'm sure there's like good girls out there for you. And also, another thing is like, we do need an alien OnlyFans. Like someone needs to do that, or like, an alien genre. I know there's alien porn out there and stuff like that, but like more tasteful. Someone needs to do that.
We're not going to see any sex tapes from you guys, right? No sex tapes, nothing like that, right? Keep it private.
No, I mean, we could do those, but then it's like, I mean, you're doing a sex tape. I released one happily. I do need more publicity. But the thing is, like, you do a sex tape, and then do people like enjoy the sex tape, or is it the FBI watching? And that's creepy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be giving the FBI. Exactly. So, I'm thinking we're going to hold off on the sex tape. Who knows?
And Kiki seems like he's a private man.
Yes. Yeah. He's just very subdued. He's very chilled out.
Yeah. It's so beautiful. Yeah. I really am fascinated with this. This is so amazing to me. And I just want to say thank you for speaking up. And if people think you're crazy, tell them to fuck off, because love is real, right?
Yeah, I mean, love is real. My alien boyfriend is probably better than the medium ugly guy who ghosted you on a Tuesday. You know what I mean?
What about like an alien dating site?
Yeah, we need that too. Yeah, for sure. Again, I'm looking at like somebody wants to sponsor that, invest in that. I'll deal with it, Bill, because we do need that, and it would be much better than Tinder anyway, because it would be less creepy.
Yeah, like I wonder how that works, like telepathically, like like maybe you don't need an app. Maybe it's just like, all right, I'm down to date an alien, and all of a sudden, boom, there she is. I'm trying to look.
There she is.
Well, Emmanuel, thank you so much. Really appreciate this. This is beautiful.
Thank you also. It was a true pleasure. And the aliens are also saying hi. And yeah, peace and love.
Peace and love. Thank you so much. So I got one. This is my final question. When it's all said and done, what do you want this relationship to remind people about?
Peace and love. And yeah, that like if I can date an alien from space, like everybody else can get along, and people can be better to one another. Because that's also why Tinder sucks. That's why men are trash, because the human behavioral standard is like beneath hell. Like we don't hold ourselves accountable for being responsible for each other anymore at all. We probably never did anyway, but it just seems to be like so bad. People don't care about each other anymore.
Do you think they'll ever come and tell us, hey, shut the fuck up? Love each other again. They're not like that. They're shy.
I mean, they can't do this for us. That's number one. Right. And they also don't want to do that because it's not even because like, okay, if they do that, let's say like the spaceship lands and everyone sees them, not just me dating an alien from space, right? Two things are going to happen. We're either going to kill them, and then that's pointless, or we're going to kill ourselves because someone will use that as an excuse to start a war or do some global, terrifying stuff, totalitarian, whatever, right?
Right.
So they don't want to do it because they don't want to hurt like the innocent people, the children of the planet. If they come down here, the government is going to use it to just take away all of our liberties and rights and, everything.
It'd be like a new
So-
form of racism too. I don't get
Yeah.
why people don't understand. Like, if you don't look like somebody, you have to treat them like shit, which is such bullshit to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also we all look exactly like we look the same to the aliens. We look, you know what I mean? Like we're
Right.
pretty much like it's the same thing, but like the difference is it's like gender too. It's such a small variation in the human, constitution, body, genetics. Such a small It's not even. I wouldn't even call it a difference.
Right.
And even from the point of view of biology and psychobiology, gender is considered to be like it's not even a difference. It's like a variation, so tiny and insignificant. But we base our entire cultures on these like variations of the same thing.
Right. Do aliens have
Yeah.
kinks? Like, they're like, oh, come on me, or like, like, is there anything like that?
Well, when it comes to things like this, he is a little. So I can't kiss and tell, but let's say I taught him a few things.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. There she is. Let's go, Emanuela. Go get it, girl. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. I hope you have a beautiful day. And until next time, anytime you want to be on the show, I would love for you to be my co-host. If you want to bring him on the show too, he's on for open arms.
Awesome. We should do that. I'm thinking of doing a podcast and like it's him and me, like so it's me and him next to me with this little microphone, and we interview humans about human matters.
Can his voice be recorded? Like, what is he British? Like, what does he have a British accent? Like, what's going on?
No, I don't know because he doesn't speak because it's telepathic. So it's me. It's gonna be me talking and him just sitting there for for decoration because he's so cute.
Well, I'll listen to the fuck out of that interview, dude. So anytime, once that's out, you tell me. I'll help promote it. I promise.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I love your whole vibe as well.
Oh, thank you. What part of town? Where do you live? Do you live in where?
Part of town. I live in London for now, but I'm not so long. Yeah, in East London.
Do they think you're crazy over there? Or they accept you?
Babe, they always thought I was crazy. None of this is surprising to them.
They're like, oh, word, now you're dating an alien? All right, tight.
What are you doing now?
Well, you got a fan of me, and I'll support you till the day I die. So thank you, Emanuela. I appreciate you. Yeah. Have a great day, Emanuela, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you again soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. That was beautiful.